Hey guys, it's Dr. Roach come back again. So today we're going to talk about sleep. So it's definitely something that's on everybody's mind. Everybody wants to get the best sleep, the most productive sleep, right? So basically I just did a Google search. And if you type in the word sleep, there are 2 billion searches that come up. Like, oh my God, what are you going to do with that, right? So basically, this is what I recommend to my patients. So if you guys don't know, I'm a pediatrician. I'm here in Danville, Virginia. Recently got out of the army and basically started a new business and a YouTube channel. So to help other people just learn about common things. So sleep is one of the things that I feel like I always get asked about. So there is a 95210 that I always recommend to all my patients. So basically it talks about 9 hours of sleep a night, 5 fruits and vegetables a day, no more than 2 hours of screen time. So that is TV, phone, laptop, Xbox, PlayStation, any of those devices that have a screen on it. No more than 2 hours a day. With all the virtual time and homework time, it does not count for educational stuff. So that doesn't count. 1 hour of activity a day, and that leads into zero sugary drinks. So that's like sweet tea, lemonade, juice, and drinking more water. So all those will help you live a healthier lifestyle. So with that lifestyle, the first thing being 9. So 9 hours of sleep at night. So sleep, you like want to get so much sleep, but then there's a million things that's happening during the day. If you honestly were to walk down the aisle of Barnes and Nobles, there's probably half a aisle slash a whole bookshelf dedicated just to sleep. If anybody had mastered sleep, I promise you, they'd be a billionaire and we would no longer talk about sleep. We would have the cure, but there is no cure. So basically, I did a search and it talked about 13 best books on sleep you should read for November 2020. There were a whole bunch of searches about this. Dr. Seuss has a book. There were a whole bunch of different things about sleep just on Google on the first page. So just so you know, there's a lot of information out there. I always advise that you talk to your primary care provider, but hopefully this will provide you some tips. So my resources are from the American Academy of Pediatrics and sleepfoundation.org. So basically the AAP estimates about 25 to 50% of children have issues with sleep. And about 40% of adolescents have issues with sleep. And that continues into adulthood. So basically, sleep is basically a thing that we're all trying to figure out, right? So, how to help our sleep. So, basically, there are two things. So, routines and then why is sleep important? So, why is sleep important for us? Why do we need it? For one, definitely in kids, you need it for your growth and development. So to get those motor skills, those developmental skills, and to just grow, they need adequate sleep. Two, it affects your mood. So if you don't get enough sleep, usually you're cranky or you're not having a good day, or people say you rolled off on the wrong side of bed and things like that. So it's definitely helpful with your mood. Three, your cognitive performance. So that leads down to like things that somehow you could get diagnosed with ADHD or you could have other issues because cognitively you're not all the way there because you're sleep deprived. So having that. And then it also has a direct effect on your happiness. So getting sleep means you're happy. So good. So what are ways to help your sleep? So routine. So first thing I always recommend is finding a routine and a routine for the whole family. So let's start with the time. So if 8:30 is going to be the kids' bedtime, and you can relate this to adults or whoever, then 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever our bedtime is going to be to give us that 8 to 9 hours of sleep, then we'll start about 30 minutes before our ideal time to go to sleep. So we will start with whatever kind of routine you guys want. So first thing being taking a bath. So that produces a common effect. So it could be taking a bath, relaxing, meditating. Secondly, brushing your teeth, getting your body ready for going to sleep, putting on pajamas or wherever you wear to bed, getting changed out of your daily clothes and kind of getting in some sleep clothes. And then the hardest thing is turning off those screens. So don't get me wrong, I struggle with it too. I don't like sleeping in the dark by myself. So I usually have a TV on that has a default that it goes to a screensaver after I've been inactive. But I like having something on in a room. I don't like sleeping in complete darkness by myself. So I get it. I get it. So you can have white noise, you can have like a screensaver that plays, but something that doesn't have a lot of action going on. So putting on movies or a game or something like that, doing that before you go to sleep, it's not going to help you go to sleep. So that light stimulation is not going to help you go to sleep. So turning off the screens, putting on white noise helps with that. And then for the little kids, having a routine. So getting out a book, reading them a story, letting them get their security blanket, their security stuffed animal, whatever they want to put in the bed with them, and getting that routine. So sleep does not get cured overnight. It is a process. So however long it took for you guys to get bad sleep, probably gonna take you just as long to get out of those bad routines. So don't feel like you failed if it didn't happen in a week, okay? So your bad sleep habits did not happen in a week. We're all trying to get through sleep together. So just be patient with it. So one thing, again, I did a previous video about the Food and Drug Administration. So melatonin. So you'll see that a lot over the counter. Of course, I have everything that's kids related, but this is kids melatonin. Again, I don't have stock in any of these products at all. These are just random products that I have. So kids melatonin. So this one is 1.5 milligram, and it's basically one gummy. So, and again, this is kids, but adults eat them too. So these are one gummy. So, well, this is two, but just a gummy that basically any kid could have. So I always talk to your primary care provider or pediatrician before starting any medicines. But FDA has not approved melatonin for sleep. So if you look through this whole can, and don't worry, I looked at it before I did this video, and you can look everywhere underneath, on the top. You remember how a lot of times on those different products, they had the NDC number that was around where the name of the drug was. There is no NDC number on this product because it's not FDA approved. So basically, this is under the Dietary Health and Education Act, and basically it's a dietary supplement. So it's basically something you choose, but it does mean it's also not regulated. Okay, so just know that all the products that are not regulated, there's two things that go with FDA not being regulated. So that means the supplemental fats that they put in there, there's two ways, unfortunately and fortunately, that you can view these. So they could put more stuff in here that they don't include, and they could also put stuff in here that they don't tell you that they put in here, or they could not tell you stuff that they put in here and put it in here. So it works both ways, unfortunately. So when it's not FDA approved, you never necessarily know 100%. I'm not saying don't take melatonin. I'm not saying anything like that. But just know the difference in FDA approved medications versus not. That's what kind of happens in the process. So a lot of the doses for these will start somewhere. This one is 1.5 milligrams. Some will start around 3. And that's kind of how it starts. So I won't go into doses and how to take that because I do want you to go to your primary care provider. But it does have like some regulations. So this one says over the age of 4 and stuff like that. So do know that it is a dietary supplement. So hopefully this helped provided some information about sleep. Hopefully you can get a good night's sleep tonight and start some of these new routines. Have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.